You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm under boob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm under boob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? You dumb bitch. You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
I was pumping myself up with some air
And I was
chops.
distracted by that stupid lady.
You hate
Anyways.
that lady. I feel
do.
like you have few true enemies, but
Mhm.
that lady is one of them.
She better not meet me in real life.
You're gonna fight her.
That robot lady. Yep.
That robot lady.
Welcome to the Hug Life podcast. I'm Mike Airchop Coletta.
And I am Monica Hates Robot Ladies Nevi.
Not all robot ladies.
You know what I'm gonna
Just
do?
the Zoom
I'm gonna
one.
take that lady from Zoom, the lady that's in the computer.
And take her.
She's
Just
in
take her out of
Just
there.
take her. I'm gonna put her in a Zune, Microsoft Zune, and then you can smash it. How does that sound?
Sure. Is that specific?
That's very
You can-
specific, but that's what friends do.
Smash Zunes?
They give each other gifts.
Oh, thank you.
Smashing Zunes sounds like Microsoft slang for bumping uglies. You want to go smash some
You
Zunes
wanna
later?
go smash Zunes.
Writing it down.
Smashing Zunes.
Smashing Zunes.
Oh God, it's
Well-
weird because it's not really gross, but when you say it like that, then it is gross.
Hey, you want to go smash some Zunes?
I don't even know who's asking you to have sex like that. Anyways, not with that terminology, but who's like, hey, do you want to go have
It's
sex?
definitely Bill Gates. It's definitely Bill Gates.
Yeah, I mean, anyway.
Hey, what stand-up comedy are you doing currently?
it's observational.
No, I mean where?
I'm kidding. Tonight that this comes out, I will be in Olympia, Washington at McCoy's. Next week, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm in New York. Wednesday doing just some, New Yorky type of shows. Thursday, I'm at Stand Up New York with me and Alvin Williams. And then Saturday, I'm in Moscow, Idaho at the University Inn.
I've never done that show still. I need to ask
really?
Alvin about that.
Yeah, definitely do. I'll put in a word for you. They only do like 3 or maybe it's 4 a year, but
That's why they're so special.
yes, but they're good times. Good times.
Some
There used to
good
be 2.
content.
Anyways, and then November 23rd, pre-Thanksgiving, I'm doing Everett Improv with like a lot of fun people. Kermit, Dwayne Goad, those types.
That sounds really fun.
Check out my website, monicanevi.com.
Well, on the 10th this week, Thursday, I'm at Tacoma Comedy Club because, me and my close personal friend Keenan Thompson are going to hang out, apparently.
Oh man, we should talk about the phone calls and texts I got today on
the Patreon?
On a Patreon, yeah. Will you write that down from the other club in Tacoma?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm doing that. That was my next plug. It's Saturday. I'm doing the same thing.
Oh, you're doing the Saturday. Are you doing it twice?
I think so. I mean, they didn't say I couldn't. I just said yes. Should I ask and be like, can I do this twice? Or should I just, I don't even know.
I mean, I would not say anything if I was
I'm
you.
not going to say
Just do it
shit.
twice,
It's up for them to do the research. I put it on my Facebook profile that I'm doing Thursday.
Look, I was asked to do this, so here you go.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, he asked. I'll tell you later. Okay. But
Yeah.
Saturday, I'm doing Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club. I'm doing the Keenan Showcase there at 9:45.
There you go.
So I'm doing the Thursday one at Tacoma Comedy Club, the Saturday one at 9:45. As far as I know, that's okay. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's not a contest. It's just a showcase. So
yeah, I don't.
So
anyway, but also like that's on them to do.
Yeah.
Some research. So whatever.
And
Good
then
for you. Double your
thanks.
chance.
And then on the 19th, I have that Fellowship of Convenience show at Halcyon Brewing that I hope happens. We're trying to, if you really want to go to it, you should buy a ticket. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's helpful.
And
buy
then
tickets in advance to stuff. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah.
And then on the 23rd, I am going to be doing the Thanksgiving Eve show at Tacoma Comedy Club.
We're doing the opposites.
Yeah, we're doing opposites. I'm doing that one. I'm doing the late show. So if you want to get late and talk turkey with me, Come on down.
Nice. Hey.
That's the other known
Okay.
80s song. Talk turkey to me.
It's the Weird Al version, probably.
That's right. Well, the things you can do to help this podcast. Let's go through them all. You ready?
Okay, yeah, go.
You can rate,
Rapid
review, and
fire.
subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts.
You
You can
can
go
do
to
that,
Spotify
yes.
and follow the podcast. You can just really just tell your friends about us.
Mhm.
You can just go on any podcasting platform and review us. It's not just Apple Podcasts, it's a lot of them. Other things you can do is you can go to patreon.com/huglife podcast, donate $1 a month. We're putting out spicy hot goss episodes, one a month. You get it for just $1.
And they're caught up. So if you're on the Patreon, go check it out. Or, join now and you can go back and listen to the brand new 2 that we just did. Brand new 2, whatever.
Brand new too.
Brand new 2. And there's a lot of goss in there.
You can also go to monicanevy.com or the brand new huglifepodcast.com and click on the banner. And if you do that for Amazon, we get a little kickback. It's helpful as well. Also, we have an Instagram at Hug Life Podcast. Danny Dodge does all our art, studiododge.com or at Studio Dodge on Instagram. And I believe that's all our plugs.
Nice. Nailed it. Good work. You can always
Crushed
follow
it.
us both on social media. How about that?
That works too. At Monica Nevi,
Mhm.
at
That's yours.
Mikoletta.
Mhm,
I'm
that's mine.
I'm at Monica Nevi.
And I'm at Mikoletta.
We thought it'd be funny to do that way. It's very confusing to
It's
people.
been confusing, but yeah.
But we go for it. We don't give a shit.
We're really committed to this whole being
If the bid is legit, you must commit. Those are facts.
We've been doing it for years. So
It's facts. It's true.
all
Well,
right, do you
Monica.
oh, sorry.
Oh, I think we were about to ask the same question.
I was going to say, do you have any lexical embraces?
I do. Do you have any lexical embraces?
I do. Kind of. You go first. We'll see what you.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that I voted. That's always fun.
Nice. Voting, lexical embrace to voting.
Voting's a fun thing you can do.
I think everyone should vote. Is that a controversial statement? No, mostly
Back
so
it
that
up,
when other
Monica.
people are like, "Well, did you vote?" You can be like, "Yeah, I fucking did."
Yeah,
Can I admit something?
yeah, you
And
can.
we're not
Go
supposed
for
to
it.
talk about who we voted for.
Go for it.
We vote here in Washington State, which
Also,
is
you can talk about who you vote for. There's no rule about that.
that's true, but I think maybe it's more of a faux pas. You don't do it on a date or something, I didn't vote all blue.
You didn't vote entirely blue
I didn't vote entirely blue.
because
I voted
Monica
for
is
one-
a Republican.
One nonpartisan. They were Republican. But it was because I felt like she was better at counting. Anyway,
Was it like an accountant kind of situation?
It was like an
honestly,
election
that's where the
accountant
whole
situation.
like party system falls apart. Is like city and local shit. It's like
Well,
just
'cause
vote
then
for the
it has
person who's
to-
qualified for the job.
For sure. But I am big on reading like their experience and their education, just to, I don't know, because sometimes, or like their volunteer, the civil service stuff, I read that. That has a lot to do with what I'm up to. So if, they're doing their volunteer stuff, it aligns with some of the charities that and organizations that we support, I feel like they have a better shot on my end. And that was what it came down to. It's weird. Do they do that in every other state where it's like prefers Democratic Party?
Because I think they're not supposed to say, like, they're not supposed to be party affiliated, but
It
that's how they
feels
get
like-
around it.
Yeah, but it feels like some of those positions, it doesn't fucking matter. So why do they have to do that? Anyways, basically that was it. I voted for a lady that was nonpartisan
Ooh, watch out.
instead of a Democrat or a Republican preference. But that was it. Everything
There
else,
were
I'm pretty
no
sure was blue.
nonpartisans on like my area.
On yours.
It
Yeah,
was
because I'm in a
all-
different county than Mike is.
There was
so-
also a lot of people voting, like running, that had no opposition.
Yeah, we had
And I'm
quite a
like,
bit.
well, I
a
guess
lot of
if
those
no
like
one's opposing you, whatever. I don't know.
judicial positions.
Yeah, the state Supreme Court judges, no
Here you go.
opposition.
Okay. There's one who she happened to be unopposed, but I would have voted for her anyways because I have personal experience with someone that was coming into a judicial position. I think she got it last time, so I think she's, reelected because she's my DUI lawyer.
Hey, there it is.
She's very good, but it didn't say that on, like her experience, which I thought was funny. Monica Nevi's DUI lawyer. No, it didn't have any
Should've.
like criminal defense stuff. I think it was mostly, because she was a lawyer for a long time and very good at it and stuff. And then she was, if anyone knows, in the Northwest area. I've never seen another lawyer do this, but maybe they do, she would put match boxes in bars with her information on it,
Smart.
so that if you got pulled over, it had like little things to do too. It was like, don't do this, call me kind of thing. It was pretty good marketing. Anyways, now she's a judge.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Anyways, so yes, voting. That was the whole. See, we knew we'd get off topic just getting excited about our lexical embraces.
We
Do
always
you feel like
do.
a good person when you vote?
Yeah, it's the only time though.
You never feel like a good person
No.
otherwise. I don't think it makes me feel good.
No, it honestly makes me reminded of how sad everything is politically and how
It's
mean
like,
it is. Because I feel like when
like
we were
stirs up
kids,
stress.
maybe it's because we weren't paying attention because we were children, but it was not this
Maybe.
divisive and shitty all the
Well,
time.
I know that, and maybe it's just, our parents, but I know that my parents were and still are friends with people who didn't vote their same, or, always agree politically with them. And that was still normal to kind of like be friends with people who maybe. And now I feel like it's really difficult to maintain friendships with someone who maybe would vote differently than you.
I really think it goes back to social media too, because you could
Mm.
get along with someone because they wouldn't post crazy shit
They
on
wouldn't say
social
shit,
media.
yeah.
They would never say it to your face. They'd think
Look,
it,
I'll be
and
completely
then they wouldn't
honest.
do it.
Republicans are fun to party with. So it's, that's your outdoorsy bonfire beer drinking crew, if we're being stereotypical. So yeah, when you don't know as much about them, it's easier to be like, yeah, these guys are fun, whatever, they're friends. I think I miss life without social media in general, but
I was thinking about this today. This could be our topic today. We could positive spin the benefit of a major social media outlet closing, because I feel
that
like
would be
Twitter's on
great.
the out.
Yeah, okay. I'm down with
really
that.
starting to feel like Twitter's on the out as far as even before the Elon Musk thing. Like there was a thread I saw from a former employee, and they were really like shitting on Musk, but they dropped how before the 2016 election, Twitter was gonna fold. Like they were in a really bad place. They were about to go out of business, and the 2016 election essentially saved them as a company because that divisive shit is like good for their business.
Yeah, which is, I think, terrible that
Yeah.
like it is a motivator for social media companies for everyone to be spewing on the apps because it makes you use it
Spewing
more.
is the perfect word for it too.
Thank you very
It's
much. Okay, let me
spewing.
do my one other lexical embrace,
Okay.
and then we'll move on to a platform going down. I just wanted to lexically embrace the Secret Show because, well, we sold out in advance, which we have done before. Speaking of social media, as somebody who is like a foodie type of like reviewer person in Seattle, caught hold of our show and posted about it. So we had like a bunch of new people show up.
It was a good show.
New people. Yeah, it was a really good show. But, and then, which is great because then hopefully they come back and all that stuff. But the actual lexical embrace is buying tickets in advance in general. So buy tickets in advance to Mike's show he's talking about, but also the Secret Show, because it does happen where it sells out, which is helpful. But also, if, I don't know, I just also had an issue with people not buying tickets in advance and me having something get canceled because of it. So if you're going to buy tickets, just buy them in advance. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Honestly, like that's the TLDR of it is buy tickets if you want to go to something. Don't wait because it helps people out.
Yeah.
It makes us feel better.
It does. But yeah, we were packed out. It was a great show too. I felt like all the comics were good.
I
If you haven't been
was
to a Secret Show,
so
go.
tired,
It's so late.
but it was so fun. But I
But
was
it is
very
so
tired.
fun.
I was having such a fun time, but I was like, I am doing everything in my power to not fall asleep right now.
Yeah, it's a hard one to be completely honest. Oh
We
my gosh.
started that in our 20s.
I know. Now we're in our 30s like idiots.
Brr.
Last night I did a Monday night show in Portland and drove back afterwards. And by the end of that drive, I was like, ooh,
Why would you do that?
Money.
Whose show was it?
And my family. Hewitt is his first name. Starts with a
Oh.
P. It's called A Laugh Basement. It was their 1-year anniversary. Very good show. It was packed. And then I headlined, and then the person right before me was Andrew Slater.
What?
The person right before him was Adam Posse.
All really
and there was-
amazing comedians.
Yeah, which they should. I'm sure they've headlined the show.
That could be
or
any
would
lineup.
at a different.
Yeah,
That could be go in any order. And then a couple of other local people, and then there's a kid from there named Cameron Peloso who's really funny, and he went first. You know, like it was just a great lineup,
Good
and
vibe
everybody
show.
stayed, and yeah, it was really cool. So, anyways, shows like that. But yeah, by the drive back, because I had to go last. Andrew and I were talking about, we both have families to go home to, and he was like, his wife Heidi, who's very sweet, was like, well, if you get home before 9, we can watch this new episode of White Lotus. And I was like, and he goes, so I'm not going to be here when you get off stage. And I go, I totally understand. Get out of here.
Get on out of here.
I don't care. It's enough to convince your partner that like doing a show on a Monday is a good idea or worth it financially, let alone one that for me was 2 hours away. He lives there, but still. Anyways, that was a fun show. I don't remember. Oh, it was being late. Okay. Are you ready to try and take down some social media platforms?
Let's take down some social media platforms.
Okay.
So,
what are good things about it? Because some of the bad things
So we have Twitter, which is potentially falling apart right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have Vine, which did fall apart. Did close.
Apart, yes.
So we can use these two examples to our advantage here. Okay.
Is it good? Okay.
I loved Vine. I miss it.
You?
I was all about it.
I never had it. Well, this was a period of my life where I always had a Windows phone. And so I couldn't get like any apps at all, which actually now I'm like, I should go back to that. Ari Shaffir just has a flip phone. I should do that. Anyways, so I never really had it. I saw some of them or whatever, but was never like always on it. But I will say the good thing about it closing, because if you didn't know Vine, it was how long? 6-second videos?
7-second videos.
7-second videos. And that was it. And then I think what happened was people took the ideas or the good thing and kind of expanded on them, saw what didn't work. And, because like TikTok and now Instagram Reels and all that stuff is basically based on
Vine. So Vine got taken over into Instagram stories, and then Instagram stories got adapted and taken and reiterated by TikTok, and then Instagram tried to get the TikTok vibe back again with Reels or whatever. And so that's like the order. But my positive embrace was you look upon this thing that in the moment might have been shitty and addictive fondly, because there are Vine compilations on YouTube, and I watch them and I'm just like, these are so good. They're so funny.
That is right. Well, and then, okay, so now we're thinking going back like
MySpace.
Zanga, any of those things you would think about at the time was could be stressful. That was a more emotional version of social media, I felt like, because it was a lot of writing.
The hard part about some of these, they're still active. Like MySpace is still a website.
That's true. It's not like all the way down, but I feel like now it makes you're like, oh, that was actually better, that you had to like read stuff that people wrote. Now you don't fucking read anything, like
Live Journal. That was one that you would read.
Live Journal. There was it's especially for millennials and maybe a Gen X area. It was like, I mean, that's what it legitimately was, a live journal, in that you told people way too much stuff. You were very emotional at the time. I mean, it was very much a teenage
thing.
Yeah, but it was, could cry for help a little bit if you needed to.
I got dumped by a live journal.
Yeah.
Makes me sad.
What's the other ones like that are kind of a blog, like Tumblr?
Friendster.
That's still a thing, but Friendster. I've always heard that referenced, but I've never been.
It's because it was like a split second. It was a hot minute.
Okay. So it's just a funny name.
Yeah, it's just a funny name.
Okay.
Friendster came along in the MySpace before Facebook phase, and then Facebook just dominated everything, and all those died.
I could see. I mean, I get it. They're owned by billionaires now, and so they are going to fight tooth and nail for those things not to collapse. But no matter what, there's an evolution of social media, just like the rest of life, that it's something else is more entertaining, I guess, or like, we always move on to something else. TikTok being the newest one, but even now it's kind of, oh, you could do that on Instagram too. So what's going to be, I don't know.
Do you think like
Twitter's problem is its words. We don't like words anymore.
so many words. Do you think that Twitter ending now, how is that a good thing? This is why I think it's a good thing. Can I share my piece first?
Yes, you go first on Twitter.
It makes a billionaire look stupid. And I love it when any billionaire looks stupid. I don't care who you are. I don't care your political affiliations. If you have over $1 billion, I want you to look stupid because I think you're stupid.
I'd go as far to say if you have over 100 million.
There you go. Monica's lowering it.
Yeah.
We want you to look stupid because, hey, you know what? In the end, you still got $1 billion or whatever. Doesn't matter.
Who gives a shit? That's what I don't understand about these guys, but I, of course, don't understand them. Is like, why? Just because you're bored, you have so much money that you're like, I don't get it.
I like hearing about the reclusive billionaire. That's the one I like. I was listening to a podcast called Behind the Bastards about terrible people, right, in history, and they just did one on Peter Nygard, who's this Canadian guy who had a Caribbean island that had a Mayan themed resort just for him, just his resort, and he got in trouble for weird sex stuff because, of course, he did. But his neighbor, who was an actual billionaire, this guy was a millionaire, then his neighbor was an actual billionaire. Super quiet guy.
Are you talking about neighbor, like neighboring island?
Neighboring on the island. It was the island that was like a whole resort.
Oh, on the same island. Yeah. Okay.
And his neighbor, who was an actual billionaire, but was a recluse, got in like a feud with him. And they like fought over stuff. And the billionaire won because he had more money than Peter Nygard.
Yeah, of course.
But I was just like, yeah, a reclusive billionaire. Like, that's the way to go. Don't tell people you have $1 billion.
I like a reclusive artist.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard to find now. I think it feels like it's impossible to do. So then you don't, unless you are already, wrote a classic or were already famous, you're an older actor or something now. Otherwise, it seems difficult to do that and still make money in any way. So I enjoy you don't have that. I guess suppose you say, oh, an eccentric billionaire. It makes it feel like every billionaire is like that. But there are other ones that we don't hear from. And I prefer that.
Yeah, I think that's better.
That's good. Okay, so making a billionaire look stupid. I love that.
Yeah. Honestly, the toxicity too.
Yeah, I was going to say it actually collapsing would be great because I think Twitter and Reddit are probably the two that are most scary sometimes.
YouTube comments are pretty fucking bad.
YouTube comments are terrible, but and I know exactly why all of those three are the worst is because there's more men on them.
Oh, yeah.
My YouTube comments compared to Instagram or TikTok are vastly different. It's terrifying and annoying, but that's legitimately the reason is the demographic shift in gender. That's all. Just because I don't know, guys are supposed to be aggressive and then they're behind a screen. So then that's what they think to do.
Get real aggro with it.
But we don't need, I think it's, it can, the best things about it can be the worst things about it in that it can be a space to connect with people when you don't feel connected, but sometimes that can be a space for really scary people to get connected and organize and those things. So at least it would maybe there'd be less Proud Boys tweeting. They like Facebook, I feel like. But
yeah, Proud Boys love Facebook. I don't know what it is, which is hilarious because I like to think like everyone's like, oh, these kids always being on Facebook. Kids fucking hate Facebook.
No,
Facebook is an old man's game. Mm-hmm. It is. You were an old man if you like Facebook. Sorry, hate to break it to you, but you're not cool.
No. I think just in general, less social media is good. So I like that. You're like watching people now are like, publicly deleting their Twitter account, deactivating it, posting it on Instagram that they're not on Twitter anymore. Just less people on anything is probably good.
Yeah, realistically,
It's
honestly.
just too saturated no matter what. So even even if just less people, which I don't use Twitter very often, but just less people staring at a screen all the time in any capacity is probably good. Probably.
Here's the real issue. Ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Everything on your phone is like tracking you all the time, like
Mhm.
every part of it. So even if you got off that, the big thing would be you're getting not tracked by companies trying to sell you as data.
There
So
you go. Hey,
like
like
I
that
was
one.
like GPS, Twitter, like there was some other app that got busted for having, it was like a I want to say it was like an alternative Google, not Google Maps. It was something that had nothing to do with GPS that was tracking your GPS. That's what was weird about it.
Ah,
It was
oh,
like I want to say it was like a food company or something, like some sort of
oh,
like
like a
and they would just
delivery thing or
track
something.
your location
Well,
all the
there
time.
was um an iPhone like update recently that once it updated, it automatically changed your settings in Instagram to have your exact location on, and you had to go in and turn it off again. Um, and I was like, that's fucking creepy. Aaron sent it to me
Yeah.
and was like, please turn this off. I was like, yes. But, just weird stuff. I mean, uh, which I don't, the problem with that was that shows up on your profile. So, like, somebody looking at your Instagram profile could see where you were, which is why it's like, oh, we should turn it off.
That's
A
big
company knowing where
gross.
I am, I don't care as much, to be completely honest. But yeah, uh,
You're
it's
making
too
me go
much.
on my Instagram right now to check to see if my location is tracked. It
So
doesn't look
it's
like it is.
what there's a, it's in your like app settings on your phone. Anyways,
Oh,
but you
like the
can,
one that says like turn off location or whatever, turn off
yeah,
sharing with the app. Yeah.
with
Have
that
I
app.
have
Yeah.
Apple turn off this with the app? Yeah, I've done that before already then.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. But
Yeah,
I
allow
don't know. I'm
tracking. It
just
just says allow tracking and you can check a box or not.
getting more and more to the point where I like just want to go live in the woods.
I think that's where we're going. I think it's going to go either two ways. It gets worse and worse and worse until progressively we're all completely obsessed with this shit and it's like broken
I mean,
down
I feel like
culture.
it's already there for that
Or
part.
everyone's going to say fuck it and live in the woods or like get off
Yeah.
the grid.
I'm going to start sending people in my area, like wherever I'm performing, handwritten letters
I
and
love
be
that.
like,
Pigeon sent by pigeon.
yeah, send by pigeon. Hey, come to my show. Use this code
Here's
for a
my
discounted
comedy pigeon
ticket.
coop in the backyard.
Well, somebody in my neighborhood has gotten our address for like churchy stuff. Like they mail us pamphlets and stuff, but it's like it's personalized. I think they know we're gay,
Like,
but whatever.
it's like, dear
Um,
Monica, you love Jesus, right?
well, you can come back. No, but it's kind of, because it's like addressed in like handwriting type of thing. It makes you go, oh, who the hell's this from? So I open it every time and be like, ah, they got me again.
And bamboozled.
But I mean, when people buy stuff for me online, OnlyFans, no, when they purchase merch,
Oh
I
my
send them a
gosh.
little note with it and say thank you and hopefully you like it and hopefully you can come to a show, whatever nice things, because I want you to remember that I'm like a real person.
Yeah. No, that's it. Because people
Yeah.
forget that. That's like the whole problem
Well,
with the
and
internet.
especially this current constant, like you got to post all the time and every fucking video and all your jokes need to be out there, which I'm currently doing and I hate it and it's not going as well as I would like. So then I'm like, well, I'd rather just be a person that's happy.
Man, I lost a corporate gig today. Like I got thrown into the running for it. Like, and
Oh,
I didn't get it. And the people they chose, who are both like, well, the one of them I would have done it with already. He's the one that submitted to me. But the
mm,
other guy that got chosen is way bigger on social media. Love the guy. My friend, very funny comic, but way bigger on social media. And I was just like, yep, that's my problem right now. I can't
yeah,
break
but
through
then
on
it's
that.
just, but now we're focused on it and it's like the wrong time. I don't know. I think handwritten letters are the next thing. I think we got to go
That's what I'm gonna
back.
do. I'm like, dear Amazon, please book me for your corporate gig.
I mean, that would work too, but
Love Michael.
love
No
Michael,
last
got it.
name because it's more
Well, because
personal.
it was okay for a while, and I think people still do this. you can do text. You can do text instead of like an email list or something, right? You can do a text list.
You're like, hey, sugar.
That would maybe get you more direct, I think. But also, I really don't like it when people text me. It feels like a bit of an invasion of privacy. So would a handwritten letter feel that same way? I don't know.
You never
I'll just
know.
Pay somebody to walk down the streets near
And
wherever.
bark for you?
Yeah. Well, no. Put it in their mailboxes.
Just put shit in this guy's mailbox.
Everybody likes getting mail.
Well,
I mean,
think we
that's
decided.
actually like directed to them, not like a
Yeah,
a
it is
pamphlet
fun.
ad or some shit.
I've decided that the charity today is just going to be buying tickets to shows ahead of time.
Yeah,
Doesn't
in
matter what
advance.
show.
Save your money for whatever charity. Buy it in advance. You can do the secret show. The next one is in December on the 2nd.
I think we're
You
both
could
going to that one too. We're both in that one.
I will
You're
not
not?
be there.
You're
No,
not?
and
Aw.
now I feel bad. So
I'm
if
sorry. I
you
didn't
are
mean to put
there,
that shit on you, but I'll be there.
hosting
No, I
it. Well,
won't.
we've been here the last two. Well, okay, so I have a potential host replacement. Don't worry, but
Yeah.
that's someone
Sorry,
that I
it's
trust.
me looking at my calendar and realizing I don't think I'm going to be there.
Okay, well, we'll talk
I don't
about
think
it
I will.
afterwards. But God damn it. Anyways, that's the charity. That's good, and let's all just crash social medias.
That sounds good to me, Monica. Is
Take a
anyone
break. Take a
there-
break.
Is there anything you want to say to listen before we go besides take a break?
I love you so much.